Bring in Republican strategist Jack Bergman and Democratic strategist Bob Weiner for some insight tonight. Jack, is Representative King hiding behind closet McCarthyism here?
Brian, one more time. I apologize. I'd lost the audio for a moment.
Oh, no worries. Just want to start over here and ask you what's going on here with Representative King. And a lot of people would think that he is right now hiding behind closet McCarthyism and singling out people just for the sake of singling them out.
I don't think so at all. I mean, the question we have to ask ourselves, if this were in the wake of 9/11, if we were a week or a month or a year after something like 9/11, would anyone even bat an eye at these hearings? And I think the answer is no. I mean, let's face it, America is not at war with Islam, but America is at war with radical Islam. I mean, many of the problems with terrorism, almost all of the problems with terrorism that our country has faced have come from one region, one part of the world. I mean, they're not coming from Asia. They're not coming from Antarctica. They're coming from one region and really one group of people. So to say that we can't focus on that, I think, is absurd.
Yeah, and Bob, England has been ravaged by militant Islamics. France, too. Why can't we talk about it here?
Well, we can. I just wish, Brian, that you'd played the first part of Jay Carney's clip. I was at the briefing today, and the first thing he said was, we support the congressional hearing, we support the investigation because we are very concerned about terrorism and violence, and we have to take action. So it was sort of an unbalanced bit of clip that you showed. I'm sorry, because I love your station. But of course we do. Even Hillary Clinton said we have to do racial profiling to get at the terrorism issue. And so this is not an inappropriate hearing whatsoever. We have to take strong action. But Jay Carney did say, as you pointed out also, that Muslim Americans have been a very important part of helping us fight terrorism, our allies. And because there are maybe 5 to 10% at most that are nutcases who have some inadequacy and feel they have to compensate by supporting hate and terror, that doesn't mean that the rest of the entire religion is not supportive and good human beings who will work with us.
Bob, the reality, Brian, is the Democratic Party, I think, has done everything to block the United States from investigating radical Islam. The trouble has been raised at TSA, racial profiling. Since 9/11, if you look at the last 10 years of American history, the Democrats have stood in the way of national security, and now even to the point, I guess Bob supports these hearings. Let me tell you, most Democrats on Capitol Hill do not, and they are using that kind of language, referring to Peter King as some kind of a McCarthyite. I don't know how we can go down that road. I mean, let's face it, we are at war with radical Islam, and we have to accommodate to that reality.
Yeah, let's talk about the troubled Middle East, Bob. While we got you, we've got about a minute left here in Libya. Where is President Obama on this? Gaddafi's killing his own people right now.
I'm so sorry that Jack raised this issue as a partisan issue. 90% of the American people were supportive of President Bush when he took action. It's when he blew it that people got a little annoyed and when he went haywire. That's different than the support that all Americans have. On Libya, the president's approach has been very balanced. And you don't want to have chaos and al-Qaeda rolling into Libya. And that's what the concern is. So we have to do this just right, and we have to balance it just right. And we have taken strong steps. Jay Carney today...
President's making a terrible mistake. We're on the wrong side of history, Brian. Let's face it, the rebels are going to take over. Colonel Gaddafi's days are numbered. To put the United States on the wrong side of history, President Obama has hesitated much in the same way he hesitated a year and a half ago when he had a chance to support the Iranian Revolution. He did not. Obama is supposed to be this shining beacon of democracy to the world.
And he is.
Far from it. George Bush was. He's not. He's trying to support Colonel Gaddafi.
Last word.
That's just nonsense. There have been strong steps in terms of readying the military, working with our allies, preparing the negotiations for a no-fly zone. I'm sure Jack would have it done some other way, except that President Obama is doing it with our allies in concert for an international approach that doesn't get the United States hated.
Jackie, open the door for you, so we'll make sure when you guys come back, you get the first word next time.
Right,
Jack Bergman, Bob Weiner, thank you both tonight for your time.